you have a movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. So I figure since Disney now owns the rights to Home Alone, we could do a Home Alone movie.
Yep.
Oh yeah, maybe Home Alone movie number 6 will be a winner.
It might be.
So just like a sequel or a remake
Who
or a
cares,
reboot.
right?
Oh, it's something. I'm almost sure of it.
Fantastic. So tell me about this bad boy.
I'm almost
So we're gonna
sure
meet
of
this
it.
couple, Pam and Jeff, right? And they're the home intruders in this movie.
Oh boy, so they're gonna get messed up by a bunch of homemade traps in the third act, huh?
They sure are, sir. So Pam and Jeff are going through some rough times financially, right?
Oh.
Yeah, they can't find a job, so they have no choice but to sell their home,
God.
and they don't want to tell their kids because they'd be heartbroken. These are the wet bandits of this version?
That's right. Oh, feel kind of bad for them.
It's a rough situation, you know. Plus, it's happening at Christmas time.
I don't really want anything bad to happen to Pam and Jeff.
Oh, but it's gonna.
No.
And so they find out that this
Oh,
rare
no.
doll they own is actually worth $200,000.
God.
Oh, fantastic.
But then it seems like this really rude kid that stopped by their open house to pee in their toilet may have stolen it.
And this kid is the Kevin McAllister type character?
He is, yeah. His name
That's
is
right.
Max, and he's really rude to Jeff, makes fun of him, makes fun of the dolls, just real nasty all around.
Huh.
So anyway, this kid's whole family's going on a trip to Japan for the holidays, and he hates them. They're super annoying to him.
Are they all super mean with him and whatnot?
Not particularly, no. He just finds them annoying.
Okay.
So to get a little quiet time, he goes into the family car.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna stop you there. That seems like a missed opportunity.
Oh, sorry. He goes into their beautiful BMW, the pinnacle of comfort, complete with top-of-the-line rear seat
Pinnacle of
entertainment
comfort.
system, perfect for kids.
Okay, there you go. That sounds a lot more my
Great. So anyway, then there's a bunch of chaos, and his family leaves him behind
A lot
accidentally.
more money.
Oh, whoops.
Whoopsie. So he has fun being alone for a little while, but then he gets kind of bored of it, and he misses his family.
Oh, so he's like, his story arc is already done.
it.
Pretty much, yeah. So now we can go focus on Pam and Jeff some more.
That's right.
Right, I hope things work out for them.
They're gonna get so injured, my guy. Oh no. So then they get an offer on the house
My
that these
guy.
people want to sign before the new year. So they need to find this doll or they have to take the offer.
Because of the financial
That's right.
troubles. Yeah, man, this poor family.
They're gonna endure a lot of physical pain. I don't want that to happen. So Jeff overhears this family security code, and then he manages to convince Pam that they should just go into the house and take the doll and be on their way.
Okay.
But then once they're inside the house, Max thinks they want to kidnap him and sell him.
Why does he think that?
Well, because see, while they're in the house, they refer to the doll as the ugly little boy,
That's
and they
right.
call it him instead of
That's
it.
right.
Oh, a very unnatural way of speaking.
Yeah, super unnatural, but this way the movie can happen.
That's right.
But we do want, it would be ideal if the movie happened. And then also they
We
hear
want
this
that.
digital home assistant speaking German, so they're like, oh, this kid has a grandmother home with him.
Oh, okay.
And then a police officer shows
lot
up
of
because
that,
Jeff
yeah.
misremembered the security code, and it's Buzz McAllister. He's from the first movie.
Yeah, he is.
And the second movie.
I think so.
And the third movie. No, it wasn't in that one, I don't think.
the fourth movie?
Yes, but played by a different actor.
Still pretty cool.
The fifth movie, the sixth one, that's this movie. He's from this movie.
He sure is, sir. Oh, being from this movie is tight.
Yeah, okay, anyway, then Pam insinuates
Yeah,
that
okay.
she'll have intercourse with him,
Oh,
so
God.
he lets them go. Oh, my God. So the next day at church, Max shows up because he wants to take some toys that are intended for the less fortunate. This kid is awful, and I don't like
He's pretty
him. And
horrible.
Pam and Jeff see him talking to this old lady, so they're like, oh, that's the grandmother.
Oh, so they go up to her and explain the situation?
No, they don't.
No, because remember, they think she speaks German. So they stick with the breaking and entering plan. Just because she speaks German doesn't mean she can't also speak English. Listen, sir, I don't know what to tell you. The movie's got to happen somehow.
All right, I guess.
So then Max prepares his house with
That's
a bunch of
ridiculous.
booby traps because that's a major part of this IP.
right.
Sure, of course. And he ices up the whole street, so
Major part.
Pam and Jeff crash their car into a street light.
And that doesn't alert any neighbors?
It doesn't, no. So then Max
No, they were
starts
all gone.
throwing a
Weren't they all
bunch of
gone?
Diet Coke and Mentos at Pam, so she's like, please stop, don't do this.
Oh, she's communicating with him.
Yeah, they're like talking back and forth. It's pretty funny. So does she ask him about the doll? Well, no, because if they mention the doll, that'll resolve the whole conflict. So they're just gonna kind of say stuff like, hey, we just want to talk here. Okay, right. Well, I guess we
Hey.
got to stretch this out as much as possible
I
to fit all
guess.
the slapstick gags in
That's
there.
right.
Exactly. And we've got a ton of those. For example, Jeff farts in his wife's face. All right. Gas from his lower intestine shoots into her nostril where the fart is.
Me too.
So then Max is
And
going to
that's
shoot a
pretty much
pool
it?
ball right in Jeff's face and knock him unconscious. Oh my, this guy's just trying not to lose his house. Yeah, his dire financial situation has forced him into this desperate position, and he just wants his family to be okay.
Exactly.
And now he's going to get the crap kicked out of him for it. This isn't fun. So then while Jeff is unconscious because of the head trauma, Max slips a VR headset
Oh,
onto
God.
his face.
Yeah.
So then when Jeff comes to, he sees himself and the Santa outfit he's wearing on the edge of a big cliff.
That's not how VR works.
It might be.
It's not.
So then Jeff and Pam are going to
not.
continue to get injured for an extended period of time.
Is it going to be hard for them to get Max to stop assaulting them?
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, once we kind of run through the list of booby traps, then they'll mention
That's
the
right.
doll.
Right,
Gotta
of
get
course,
through
the
them all.
solution that was just a couple of words away this entire time.
And it turns out Max didn't even steal the doll. He just took a soda can. It was all just a big misunderstanding.
All right.
And Pam is like, wow, Max, if we knew you were home by yourself, we never would have broken in.
So wait, they only broke in because they thought there was also an old lady there?
That seems to be the implication, yeah. It turns out Jeff's nephew had stolen the doll, so they're able to sell it, which solves every problem they've ever had.
And what happens with like Max's house? I imagine it's
problem
pretty
they've ever
destroyed.
had.
Yeah, the doll covered all that too, and now the two families come together and have Christmas together, and they're friends now, and they're not even hanging out with their own families anymore.
Sure, that may as well happen.
Goodness, so what do you think?
Well, on the one hand, I think by making the villain sympathetic, it kind of undoes the whole premise and makes it a lot less fun.
Oh.
But I think if we could get a Macaulay Culkin cameo, that could elevate the whole project.
You think he'd do that?
I don't see why
I
not.
don't see why not. Yeah, nope. This is one that was a surprise hit with the house. Like we watched the first movie, Home Alone 2, and then we watched this one because the other ones, 3 through 5, I just like those with a passion. So those don't exist. We don't watch those at all. But this one was a surprise hit with me and my kids. Like we actually enjoyed it. It's silly. It's dumb. It's nowhere as good as the first or second one. But there's a reason that we watch it. Like it's funny. The kids really love it. Like they laugh hysterically at all the gags in this one. But some of the gags are like, oh, they were just really hard to watch because there's a gag where the kid Max puts a tack, like the pointy part, on the number 2 of the pad for the alarm system. And when the guy is turning it off, he completely hits number 2 and that whole thing goes in his finger. Like it's, that's the only one that gets me. Like it's hard to watch. But they're actually kind of okay. His traps in this one are the most violent I've seen in any of them, I believe. His just seemed like he was actually trying to kill these guys. Really, really trying to kill them. And yeah, so there was that. But, again, it's one that we add to the list. We watch 1, 2, and 6, not 3 through 5. But it's, it's fun. Ryan kills it with this, though. Like everything he talks about here, it's like you have to have that suspension of disbelief that much higher in this one compared to the others, because you could have just said 2 words and everything would have been understood and you would figure out what's going on. He doesn't have it, all that stuff. You're just doing this for no reason. And the fact that they go to this length of breaking and entering is really just unrealistic. Like the parents, you feel for them because of what they're going through, but they're also very, very dumb. They're both Marv. Neither of them are a Harry, where they kind of somewhat are a little bit smarter, or to a degree, or at least have that moment of like clarity of like, wait a minute, hold on, let's think about this for a second. They're both Marv. They both don't think. They both just go at stuff really dumb. And that's where it makes it a little bit silly. But again, it's just fun to watch. We enjoy it as a family. Let me know your thoughts on this movie if you've watched it. I know a lot of people hate it. I get it. But I don't feel like it's as bad as the other sequels. This is kind of a good successor to 1 and 2 to me, because it does have Buzz in there. It would have been even better if there was a Macaulay Culkin cameo. It would have been even better, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. So it's wishful thinking at this point. Thanks for watching. Check the end screen for the first and second movie versus reaction, Pitch Meeting versus Honest trailer for Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2. Check that out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's talk a little bit about this one as well. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.